The transatlantic alliance is facing a crisis of unprecedented proportions as reports emerge of a blacklist within the Trump administration. According to a leaked internal Pentagon email first reported by Reuters, Washington is considering punitive measures against NATO allies perceived as uncooperative during the ongoing conflict with Iran. The most explosive proposal involves the potential suspension of Spain from the alliance. The friction stems from Madrid's refusal to grant U.S. forces access to its military bases, such as Naval Station Rota and Morón Air Base, or use its airspace for operations against Tehran. Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez has stood firm, emphasizing that while Spain remains a loyal partner, its cooperation must remain strictly within the framework of international law. Responding to the leaks, Sánchez dismissed the report, stating, "We do not work based on emails, we work based on official documents and government positions." Legal and military analysts argue that formally expelling a member from NATO is nearly impossible under the Washington Treaty, which lacks a mechanism for forced removal. Any such move would require a political consensus that currently does not exist. However, the symbolic threat alone has sent shockwaves through European capitals, encouraging some nations to explore security strategies independent of the United States. Spain is not the only ally under fire. The leaked document suggests that the White House may reconsider its long-standing diplomatic support for the United Kingdom's sovereignty over the Falkland Islands. This follows intense disagreements between President Trump and Prime Minister Keir Starmer over the use of British bases for the Iran war. Furthermore, France has also been highlighted after President Macron restricted French airspace for U.S. military supplies heading toward the conflict zone. As the Trump administration reevaluates its stance on what it calls imperial remnants, the very foundation of collective defense is being questioned. While the threat of a Russian resurgence keeps the alliance together for now, the America First approach to NATO is forcing a dramatic transformation. The question remains, is this a temporary fracture or the beginning of a new fragmented world order where historical alliances are no longer guaranteed?